Cardinal John Henry Newman, who was put on the path to sainthood last Sunday, was one of the leading figures of English Christianity in the 19th century. Through his writings, he created a great understanding of the Catholic Church, and as Steve Kiltonic tells us now, Cardinal Newman's beatification had a special meaning to students on the University of Massachusetts campus in Amherst, home to one of the largest Newman centers in the country.
One of the liturgical highlights of Pope Benedict XVI's recent visit to Great Britain was the beatification of Cardinal John Henry Newman, a 19th century theologian, philosopher, and writer known on many college campuses. On September 19th, the day of the beatification, Newman was honored at UMass's Newman Center with a special Mass. Father Gary Daly, director of the center, praised Newman for his great intellect and writing abilities, which won over thousands of people to Christ and the Catholic Church. At the age of 44, Cardinal Newman left the Anglican Church and converted to Catholicism.
Teaching is the art of leaving a vestige of oneself in the development of another. Newman did just that with thousands of students. He was an exemplary model of intellect, fidelity, creativity, graciousness, and hospitality to young men and women at the university.
The Newman Center at UMass is one of the country's largest Catholic missions at a secular college. Approximately 10,000 students here are Catholic. But 120 years after his death, does Cardinal Newman's message still resonate with today's youth?
Anyone who would say that to be human is to change and to be perfect is to change often, that's a pretty relevant kind of statement, especially for those of us who are experiencing change really on a daily basis.
Katie O'Gara, a junior, has been coming to the Newman Center since her first day as a freshman. She watched the televised beatification ceremony with other students on the big screen in the center's library. She feels students can gain much from Newman's numerous books and 20,000 letters.
I think one thing students can learn is that holiness is a general process. It's something that I think you work at a little bit each day, where if you can give a little bit of your day to find that quiet time to pray or that quiet time to offer something to God, it'll eventually snowball into what we know as holiness.
O'Gara tries to incorporate Cardinal Newman's message into her own daily life.
Newman's big focus was university should be focused on religion and your education should be focused around God. And this is kind of that focal point for me in all of my studies, to come back here to Newman and kind of have that safe place to grow spiritually and academically.
Mainly it's just been a place to come and meditate and concentrate for at least one time in the week outside of what I've been doing with school and sports and friends and all the things that I usually would have to do. It's kind of like a refuge of some sort. It's a good routine to have.
One of the highlights of the Mass was when the choir sang a beautiful hymn composed from a Newman poem, Lead, Kindly Light. Father Daly looks forward to the day Newman is proclaimed a saint.
This is kind of like the on-deck circle for John Henry Newman. His beatification now is the prelude to his canonization. And so now we'll await another miracle in his name, and hopefully his process will continue.
On October 9th, the Newman Center will celebrate Cardinal Newman's feast day, remembering the day he entered into the Catholic Church. For Real to Real, I'm Steve Kiltonic.
And for more information on the cause for sainthood of Cardinal Newman, you can go to our website, iobserve.org, and click on the Real to Real link.